In the first part of our two-part series, we discussed a variety of key characteristics that students should consider so they truly know that they fit at the MBA programs at which they're applying. In that crash course of sorts, we discussed location, class size, pedagogy, specializations, and more. While these are all critical ways to evaluate your target programs, we admittedly did all of this in a vacuum, and that's okay at first. But you do need to think about an important matter as well when you start to apply. Where can you get in? After all, a program can only be right for you if you can and will actually matriculate. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shinewald, founder of mbaMission, and we've been helping candidates get into the top MBA programs for almost 2 decades. In doing so, we always strive to create the right application portfolio for each individual. So let's talk about yours. At first, maybe let's take a step back with the question that many applicants ask: how many schools should I apply to? The common sense answer is actually as many as you can complete exceptionally well. Completing 5 well-considered applications is far better than completing 7 rushed applications. So only submit applications that you've really committed to. Sloppiness certainly not rewarded in this process. That said, we generally think that 4 is a minimum for a conservative applicant, and 7 is probably a maximum for those who want to leave no stone unturned. With just 4 schools, you could allow yourself to apply to a range of reach, competitive, and safe schools. But with 7 applications, you're in a safer place overall, of course. What are these terms, reach, competitive, and safe schools? A reach program is frankly one that's aspirational, one that you would feel that the stars had to align for you to get into, or maybe one where you wouldn't be terribly surprised if you didn't get in. At a reach school, maybe your GPA or GMAT are below their averages, or if your GMAT or GPA are at their averages, maybe when you take a fair look at your work experience, it doesn't stand out relative to other applicants. Or maybe you have the GPA or GMAT and your work experience is strong, but you lack the extracurriculars, and your target school is very competitive and you need those differentiators via those extras. If this sounds like you're probably reaching a touch, and that isn't a problem. As they say, you only live once, and you may want to stretch this one, so maybe you put a school or 2 in this bucket. You reach and see what happens. We do see some applicants who only reach, and that's a choice, of course. If you only apply to HBS and the GSB, for example, it's fine with us, as long as you know how competitive the programs are and know that you may not be matriculating next year. If you want to take that risk, so be it, but you likely won't have a true portfolio. What about competitive programs? Well, here maybe your GPA and GMAT are at or above the averages, your work experience is impressive, either in terms of your performance relative to your peers at the school, or you offer experience that may be otherwise unrepresented in the class. And you have significant extracurricular experience or represented demographic that the school is seeking. This is probably the toughest category to generalize about, and we always offer our free consultation to help students gauge their competitiveness in this tier, a tier where maybe you wouldn't consider yourself to be a lock, but you'd be mildly surprised if you were rejected. And maybe you apply to 2 or 3 of these programs if you're being conservative with your portfolio. Finally, safe programs. Safe programs are schools that you feel you should get into. Your GPA and your GMAT or GRE are higher than average. Your work experience would be valued in the class because you performed at an elite level or because you offer something unusual in a positive way, of course. Meantime, your extracurriculars are deep for this school. In short, you're the complete package for this target program. Now, one word of caution, of course, you should only add safe schools to your portfolio if you would actually go. There's no point in adding 2 safe schools if you just can't see yourself matriculating. That said, if you're determined to enter an MBA program, we think that having 1 to 2 safe schools is important. So, watching this 2-part series, we're hopeful that you'll start to think about the defining characteristics of each school and then build a portfolio of programs that appeal to you and match your risk profile. Again, if you'd like help identifying which schools would be ideal for you, sign up for our free 30-minute consultation. Having spoken to thousands of applicants and having deep knowledge of all the top business schools, we'll be able to give you our expert opinion on what your school should look like. Click the link below in this description and sign up. And As always, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to get more admissions and application tips, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And best of luck with your applications.